and welcome to the recording for IS323 for week 2. Okay, go ahead. Okay, the week 2 discussion. Oh, what happened to the reading? I think I went too far. No. I guess I forgot to add the reading. The discussion is due by Wednesday, the initial post. You're to respond to the 2 elements in the discussion. Cite your sources using APA and don't forget your in-text citation. You need 3 replies by Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Let me go and see what the reading is. So, I think it's tutorial 1 still. Yeah, we're still in tutorial 1 with this week. This week we're doing the assignment in tutorial 1, number 3. It's due on Sunday. It's called Diane's Run. And you're to zip all the files and submit all the zip files. And this is a little caption of how it should look. So going through each section, this is basically the file you're going to open, and then you have to add your name and date, and then you're going to add metadata within the head. And see this. This is the file, how it looks, and then when you get through, this is the metadata. Now, I didn't give you the whole amount of the, the whole line. You have to figure out that yourself, but it tells you, it just shows you that it's in the head section, and these are the things that it wants you to put in, and that's what all these are. So basically you're identifying the character set, you're doing the keywords, you're doing the title, and you're doing the links to the style sheets, which are the CSS files. And if you don't link to those, then it won't come out right. So within the document, insert a header element, 2 section elements, and a footer element. So what I've shown here is you have a header section, you have a section, another section, and a footer. And that's all within the body. And then that is the end of the file. So I'm just showing you where like the header goes, where the navigation list goes, and so on. So you're going to copy information and then come back and paste it, just like in week 1. You're going to paste the information where it tells you to, and then it's going to tell you how to format that information. So you're going to mark the line what your support does as an H1 heading. So here I have H1 heading. And remember, every section has to have a close. It has an opening tag and a closing tag. Then I've marked the paragraphs. See, starts a paragraph, starts a paragraph. Then here's our unordered list. And that's all in a section. I believe that's the first section. And I didn't show you the dollar marks. That's shown in the book. Okay, you're going to insert the information for the next section, and you're going to enclose the heading within their header element and mark it as heading 1. That's the heading 1, and it's within the header. And then you're going to have paragraphs. You're going to have a heading 2, another paragraph. This is an email link. Then you're going to have a heading 2 in the next section and another paragraph. Then it tells you to mark the heading How to Join History and Remembering Diane as heading 2, and mark the other blocks as paragraphs. Oh, and it talked about doing it as strong, and I just wanted to show you that you have to place those words in the strong tag. I don't remember what section that was in. Oh, it's in the second part. Mark the text as strong, using the strong element. Then when it's within the footer element, so we have the footer, we have Diane's run, let's see, it tells you to insert the text and insert using the character code 9829. So you see I have started out here, so Diane's run, then the number will give you the little heart, so that's what that is, and that's in the footer. You're going to save your changes and verify that the content looks like the figure on page 148. Then you're going to continue the rest on your own. It's basically the same, doing exactly the same thing. For instance, this is creating a link to accommodations, and that's how you do a link. Now I want you to check your files because I spend a lot of time trying to figure out what you've done in checking the files, so I want you to check your own files before you turn them in, and the way you do that is to check the HTML file. You go to this location, you click validate for file upload, you choose your file and you click check, and you fix anything that comes up so that you get this message after you've checked everything. Now warnings are not so important, but try to fix them if you can. This one just wants you to add language equals English, which you would add to the HTML header at the tag at the top. And then the edit, you see the errors are shown. They tells you what line it's on, even what column. But if you go to the line and you look and see that it's missing something, you just put that in. And I broke it intentionally. Then you do the same for the CSS file if you've edited it. If you haven't, don't worry about it. You go to this website and you check the file in basically the same way with file upload, find the file, check it, and then correct any errors that come up. The week 2 quiz is due on Sunday. May only be taken once. Know what a home page is. That's in Appendix E6. Know how to create a link to an anchor page. That's page 63. Know what tag can be used to make an image clickable for different links. That's page 324. I know that's way out of the reading assignment, but I did highlight that in my book, so if you subscribe to my email, then you would be able to see the highlights I did. Know what a hotspot is. That's and how to create each shape. And that's 324. And know what shapes can be used for hotspots in an image map. And those are on page 324 and 326. To create a polygonal hotspot, you enter the coordinates for each corner in the shape. It doesn't say that exactly, so I want you to know for sure. If the coordinates of your area tags in the image map overlap, the first tag is used. Know what web browsers communicate with web servers using, page 64. Know what a navigation list is, that's page 55. Know the difference between relative and absolute paths and the syntax for each, that's page 61. Know the protocol used to open users' email client and addresses to new messages, that's on page 65. Know what you are vulnerable to when you add email links to a web page. Know the difference between a linear structure and hierarchical structure. That's in Appendix E1 and E2. Know how hypertext is created, page 57. To enable users to jump to a specific location within a document, you must first what? Page 63. Now, if you create or subscribe to my highlights, you'll be able to see them. So if you're in the bookshelf of the app, this is the bookshelf before you open the book, you would click on this little person here. Okay, wait a minute. It's causing me, maybe if I close, oh. That's because I already had go to page some open. You click on the person, come on, open up, there we go. And then you type my email in there and click subscribe. Can't even talk today. And my email is found in faculty info. And then you'll be able to see my highlights. So I've highlighted the things on these pages that you need to know. So it might prove useful for you. That's all I have this week. So if you have any questions, please let me know.